In June 2025, 21 college students from 15 different universities across 15 states embarked on a week-long learning trip to Beijing and Henan Province, the breadbasket of China. Organized by the U.S. Heartland China Association with support from the U.S. Soybean Export Council and other local stakeholders, the student delegates had a special mission: to study and discuss crucial issues, to promote friendship, and to build trust between the next generation of agricultural leaders in the U.S. and China.
I think it's so important for us as students of agriculture to be here to just better understand the connection between our Chinese counterparts and the role that they play in our American economy.
I'm looking forward to learning about the culture, understanding Chinese agriculture and its importance on the world scale. You know, my family's in the poultry industry. We've exported a lot of poultry to China over the years. It's important to keep that business worldwide, especially from the state of Georgia, which is #1 in poultry.
I grew up on a farm, so it's just going to be interesting to see how they do things over here and how we can take back some of the ideas that they have here back to our home.
So I'm hoping to learn about ways that China is trying to solve this problem and hopefully be able to bring that back to my research that I'm doing back in the U.S.
We're in an agricultural market that is truly a global market anymore. We don't work just solely within our own borders.
For the future of agriculture, it's very important to talk to different countries and the people in those countries. We need to work together on a global scale to help meet the demands and needs of the future food supply.
It is so important to actually have that face-to-face interaction with people here in China. I think it is very important that we continue to work together to modernize agriculture.
It's really important to talk to people on the other side instead of just hearing what people are saying. I think the first-handedness of actually interacting with each other face-to-face is really important.
My biggest highlight from this trip was understanding that the relationships between people are truly what feed into agriculture.
When you come here and you can see what's actually going on, it's kind of beautiful how we can all mesh together.
Everybody here has welcomed us with open arms, and they're excited that we're here.
I came to China with a lot of questions, and I was really, really impressed by the facilities, and the precision placed in agriculture is really, really cool.
In China, we've seen a lot of innovation and a lot of new technology that we quite haven't seen in America quite yet.
We had an industry that raises poultry, but was able to feed into a crocodile industry. And so it was really, really neat to see how those two industries kind of tied together, and how that increased, and possibly where they're seeing increased effectiveness of that industry.
The way that they do things is very efficient, very quick, very easy. Watching the chickens drink water and lay eggs. The CP chicken house that we went to was 2 million eggs a day, and that was crazy.
China is extremely focused in agriculture, much like the United States, and it is as important to them as it is to Americans, if not more important, because they have a lot more people to feed.
At its core, we all have the same goal. We want to feed the world. There's definitely differences about how we go about and do that. But the biggest point that we're trying to get is that our citizens are happy with the end result.
Every rural community, in my opinion, has the same core values of just wanting to feed themselves, wanting just to live a good and plentiful life.
We have a value of hard work. We always want to continue to do better for our state and our country. And I can see that here in China, just the continuous aspiration to do better and increase the standard of living.
You mentioned they're both the heartland, and it just blows my mind how similar both places are.
I'm from the heartland of the U.S., and being here in the heartland of China, it's really cool to see how kind everyone is and how open and welcome they are to having us here.
I'm feeling very positive about the future of agriculture just after seeing all of the innovations and the research that is going on, especially in the world of crops here in China. I think that all of the innovations that they're making are really going to still help us feed this growing population.
Agriculture really is the backbone of our relationship with China, and it means a lot to both countries that we're willing to take the steps necessary to try to develop that relationship.
My biggest takeaway so far is how similar the innovations that they're doing here in China are to what we're doing in the United States. That's why it's so important that we work together.
I think now more than ever, diplomatic relations between the U.S. and China are incredibly important, and anything to encourage that, to encourage students to be communicating across borders is really important and absolutely worthwhile.
The world is way bigger than the United States, and I can't wait to bring that back into my classroom to just educate them about a whole new world that they might have not known beforehand. So I'm excited. After talking to people, and they were so kind and really enthusiastic about us being here, I think that it shows that the only people that want America and China to fight are the really loud, small amount. It's not the majority.
Yeah, there's definitely a want to get through, the bumps in the road, working together. It's better for us, it's better for them, it's better for the world.
I think this delegation of the young student from the U.S. Is very helpful for us to present the U.S. sustainability, accessibility especially, because those are the future ag leaders that now are showing great interest in developing international market.
When they go back to the U.S., they'll work on their degrees, but they'll have additional knowledge that helps them to better influence, figure out what they want to do, and become the stronger leaders that we want them to be and that they need to be.
Being in China has completely shifted my perspective of both their culture and their agricultural practices. I believe that other young students should come to China and experience the agriculture and the culture that occurs here in China.
We want to make sure that we are understanding how they view America and how we view China, and we can cultivate those relationships to make sure that both benefit moving forward. And as youth here that will be the next generation of leaders, it's our duty to learn now.
As an aspiring agriculture education teacher, I think it's important for not only my generation, but younger generations as well, to learn a lot more about major trading partners like China, and just learn about Chinese agriculture and how it relates to the United States.